All right, how's it going, boys? My name is Rome, and welcome back to another Repentance mod showcase. Now, as you can see, they added TF2 to Isaac, baby. We got the Sentry on deck. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell does the Sentry Gun do? Let me show you. Honestly, it's a little bit silly, but we're just gonna have some fun today. The answer? Use a gun. Tainted Lost is now a machine gun. You can't make this up. I couldn't make this up if I tried. It's ridiculous. Tainted Lost is now a Sentry Gun. Oh, man, it's ridiculous. So we shoot bullets. We have a 10 flat tier rate. And our damage did not decrease at all. Now, I figured, you know what? If this item is going to be this insanely powerful, we should play as Tainted Lost and, like, ensure that we don't make any mistakes. Because otherwise, it would be too much of a cakewalk. Now, it's not to say that this isn't a cakewalk already. The knockback can actually kind of screw you over a little bit. You do have to be careful, as you can see here. But this is a standalone mod. It is just this item in the mod pack, so I will have it linked down in the description below for those of you who are interested in checking it out. Recommend that you do if you want to just have some fun. Rock it in a jar, sure, why not? But, I mean, honestly, we're just going to try our best to get as many damage ups as possible at this point and have some fun, my friends. So if you like Isaac mod showcases or roguelike videos, anything of that sort, if you wouldn't mind double checking, making sure you are subscribed. We are aiming for 100,000 subscribers this year, and we can only realistically do it with your help. Now, we do have a tinted rock here. I'd like that quite a bit. Ah, what a shame. Nice little start. I am recording this immediately after a workout, and I gotta tell you, man, I forgot how tired, just in general, working out just makes you. Okay. The monitor. See, this little rascal right here really likes to climb my vertical monitor and then sit on top of it. And then be a total butt face. So if you guys haven't seen the kitty cat in a while, here's the kitty cat. And if you're new here, this is Azrael. She is my little kitty cat. She is an absolute demon. She's a year old. But I love her. And she's got the zoomies this morning, so she's running around quite a bit. But we got eye drops. It's actually gonna do nothing. Well, it does give us the double tier every now and then. But aside from that, it's not gonna do a whole lot. We're gonna make our way to the next floor here. We're obviously feeling really good about our damage stat because we do have a 10 flat tier rate, so I can't realistically complain. However, we are looking for as many damage ups as we can get our grubby little mitts on, because I want to see how fast, like just purely how fast we can shred bosses with this item. Now, you guys did get to see a little bit of the knockback at work there with that Fruity Plum boss, or Baby Plum boss, whatever you want to call him. As you saw when he was doing his little jet gun attack, he was kind of going around all over the place, because when we shot him, you know, he was getting knocked back quite a bit. This is kind of like Pisces on steroids. Maybe even more than steroids. I don't know what's more than steroids. Super Soldier Serum, like from Captain America? Maybe. Maybe that. I was watching a, what's his name? I got a YouTube video recommended to me yesterday of Dr. Mike reacting to Marvel medical scenes, and it was oh, that's huge. It was Captain America getting his Super Soldier Serum, and they paused the video for like 10 minutes and just talked about how impossible it was for all of those fluids to just be injected into one guy's, like, bloodstream and turn him into a super soldier. I was like, man, it's a Marvel movie, man. What did you expect? I didn't expect it to be realistic. But he was just losing his mind about how unrealistic it was. And I was like, man, it's a superhero movie. What do you expect? I also don't expect someone to get bit by a radioactive spider in real life and become part spider. You know, like, I don't expect that to happen. Ever. Would it be dope? Yeah, it would be awesome. I'll take the stapler. Do we want to go Devils today? I wonder if this works with brimstone. You know what? Yeah, let's check this. Yo, like this video if you like brimstone. Like this video if you like Sentry Gun from TF2. Like this video if you're feeling good or if you're feeling bad. Or if you're just feeling alright. Basically what I'm saying is like the video. I can brim snap like the good old days of Flash Isaac. Look at that. Woo! I love that. Oh yeah, why not? It's a luck upgrade, sure. I mean, look at this. It also doesn't actually look like we're getting any sinus infection procs. Like, okay, we are. They're just super tiny because they look like bullets. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Holy card is dope. I'll also take options because that's pretty good as well. We are playing Tainted Lost, so don't forget that. We need the holy cards whenever we can get them. Now, I'm being extra careful with my bomb placement, and that's because I have rocket in a jar, and I tend to always take damage from my bombs whenever I have rocket in a jar, because I never know how to use it properly. I have 1,800 hours in this game, and I still can't figure out how to use that item properly. I'm gonna just be honest. I have no idea. I can never use the item well or properly. I always blow myself up. I always blow myself up with rocket in a jar. I mean, it's fine. This sucks. I'm a little bit upset by this. That sucks, but it doesn't really do much. Okay, so no secret room. Big shout out to those of you who answered yesterday's question of the day. The question of the day was, what is your favorite dessert? I've been trying to think of questions of the day. I only have so many questions of the day until I run out of questions of the day. But I've been trying to think of new and unique questions of the day to ask you guys. The question of the day today, my friends, similar to another question that we had, but I think it's different enough in its own regard that it warrants its own question. And my question is, the previous question was, what's your favorite retro video game? I guess you could say. That was my previous question. That was like a week ago or something like that. Today's question, similar but a little bit different. My question of the day for today is, what is the game that made you fall in love with video games in general? Now, it doesn't have to be your favorite game, like, of all time, your favorite retro game, you know? It could be a game that you saw, or a game that you played, or a game that you only got to play, like, one time. But personally, for me, there's a few answers to this question, because as I've stated previously, you know, when I was younger, I have two older brothers. You know, I grew up in like a family of like 5 people. So there was a lot of me not being able to play the video games and having to watch because I was the youngest. You know, I didn't really mind it at the time. I'll take this. Why not? Kitty cat, can you please get out of there? Yeah, I didn't really get to play as much as they did, but you know, I didn't really mind it. I always enjoyed watching people play games as well. I mean, that's kind of why part of the reason why I'm like a streamer slash creator now as well. I wanted to create that feeling that I had when I was a little kid watching my brothers play games, but my memories watching them play games and falling in love with video games was the old Xbox 360 games slash original Xbox games. So games like Fable, games like Grabbed by the Ghoulies. If anyone knows what that game is, that's a classic on the Xbox. Really old game. I did answer Spore in my nostalgic game answer. That one does also apply a little bit, but it has to be those two. Maybe a little bit of Mario Superstar Baseball. But those were the games that I saw my brothers playing, and I was like, wow, this is just... It's just so cool. Because you can kind of get lost, like... You can get lost in the world of the game, you know what I mean? I think that applies for most games in this day and age. Or even in the past, right? That's kind of what I think the whole point of games is. That might be a little bit strange or might sound a little bit weird, but I think the whole point of games is to kind of lose yourself in the story. I mean, when I was a kid, I was really into reading books. I was super into reading books. But I was also kind of like the last age demographic where you didn't really have there wasn't a ton of like super online game. Like there was online console, The earliest memory I have of, like, playing online games with, like, my friends was probably, like, Minecraft, like, not even pre-alpha, but, like, alpha. You know, like I said, with those, playing on Minecraft.net, like, those old servers. I think that's the earliest, like, online gaming experience I think I've ever had. But there wasn't really much of that when I was, like, young, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't really, like, I didn't start playing Roblox until I was, like, I didn't really start playing Roblox until I was, like, 12, 13. I don't even know when that game came out. It's all about the local, active network games, you know? And so, I did those, but then I also did a lot of reading. I was really into books. Like, I read all the Hunger Games. I read all the Divergence. And then they botched the movie. I read all the Maze Runner books, and then they botched the movies. There's just so many things that I did that didn't require the internet. Back when I was a youngin'. Back when I was a youngin', brother. Yeah, I was super into reading and all that fun stuff. Basically, the point I'm trying to make here is, for a long time, I feel like games were kind of designed with their storyline more so in mind rather than the online interactivity. And I think we've lost that, like, a little bit. Granted, there are definitely still games, you know, like Elden Ring, that have come out in recent years that are definitely more about the story than about the online counterparts. But that's just how it was, and those kind of storylines really helped me fall in love with video games in general. Like the Fable series. I barely remember anything about the Fable series. I just remember watching it and being like, damn, this was super cool. This was, like, awesome, and I really enjoyed watching it. And, like, I watched my other brother play a ton of Luigi's Mansion. I don't even really like playing Luigi's Mansion, but I absolutely love watching people play Luigi's Mansion. It's weird. I guess it's similar to some people who watch my videos. I see lots of people who comment and be like, yeah, I don't even really play this game anymore, but I still enjoy watching you play it. It's such a strange thing, isn't it? Wanting to watch someone play a game, but not wanting to play it yourself. It's just such an interesting, like, part of the human condition, I guess. Because, like, for the longest time, I myself didn't really enjoy playing this game, but I enjoyed watching it as well. And I don't really know what the reasoning is. Maybe it was that I didn't want to sit through all of the bad runs to get to, like, the occasional good run. That's, like, the most apt description that I can think of. But I mean, aside from that, realistically, I don't really know why I didn't really enjoy playing the game for such a long period of time. I'm not really 100% sure. I think with Luigi's Mansion specifically, I'm just not really a fan of how the game plays, but I am a fan of watching how the game is played out. I guess the same could be said for this game as well. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on the matter as well. But, I mean, yeah, with stuff like that, I just, you know, I'd rather watch it than play it. And it's just to me, it's such an interesting concept. Wanting to watch something more than wanting to play it. But I guess it's kind of like just treating the game as like a show rather than a game. And I guess if you kind of think about it that way, it makes a little bit more sense, maybe? I'm not really sure. So I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on the matter. I have a planetarium here with Neptunus. That doesn't do anything, but I'll pick it up because it's funny, I guess. I wish it unlocked my brim. It should. It should, in theory, unlock your brimstone. It should give you the charge bar, and then you should be able to free fire until the bar runs out, and then it should just go back to charging. Teleport 2.0. Okay, sure. It's Curse of the Lost, so there's no way I'm going to be able to get a good teleport off. But hey, it's cool to see, I guess. Why not? What do you got for me here, baby? Show me what you got. I'm so sorry that I'm quoting Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, Rick. That's actually, I can't believe I'm going into a tangent based off a Rick and Morty quote. I'm so sorry. But that's another thing. Why is it that there's so many things that are like nice to enjoy and are like an enjoyable thing, but it's so much harder to enjoy them because the fan base surrounding these things is like completely and utterly insufferable. Like, I gotta tell you, I really enjoy Rick and Morty, like, as a show. I think it's great. It's funny. It's interesting. It's cool. I like the show. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't like the show. I like the show. It's like science fiction-y. He's got portals. He's kind of like a jerk, but like in a funny way. I like it. That's good. I like it, the show. It's a good show, and I enjoy it. But like the fan base behind Rick and Morty is just horrible. I mean, it was a meme for years to be like, you wouldn't understand Rick and Morty. You must be of a certain level of IQ to enjoy Rick and Morty. It's like, well, not really. I mean, you can kind of be whoever you want. You probably still enjoy it. But it's just, why does it happen like so often? You know? Oh! I gotta tell you. This is too good. This is too good. Hello, Crappy Krampus. You perish. Goodbye, my friend. I will take lump of coal. That's a great item. But there's like, and I guess it also applies to like certain subsets of certain communities as well, right? Because there's gonna be insufferable portions of every community. Like even when it comes to like the Isaac community. Look, I'm not one to shy away from the fact that I do not like the Binding of Isaac subreddit. I'm not a fan of it. I don't enjoy it. I think the people on there are like annoying like a lot of the time. I think it's just a lot of people like getting mad at people, especially like newer players, or like getting mad at how people play the game. And it's like, it's a single player game. You bought it. Play it how you want. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm trying not to swear. I'm sorry. I don't care how you play the game. You paid for it. It's yours. Play it however you want. Doesn't rub me the wrong way. If you want to skip a godlike item because you don't like it, that's fine. That's fine. You know, it's not my prerogative. It's not my problem. Do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy, King. As long as you're enjoying the game while you're playing it, that's all I can ask for. Because you paid a lot. This game is a pretty expensive game. It's like $70 for all the DLC. At least in Canadian it is. So, you know, it doesn't rub me the wrong way if you don't pick up an item because you don't like it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You know, it's like me not picking up kidney stone or like Ipecac. Why would I care what someone else says about that? I don't like the items, so I'm not going to pick them up. You know what I mean? And I think that's perfectly acceptable. But yeah, I mean, I guess with like, what I'm trying to say is like, I guess there's like bad parts of any community, realistically. But with certain like communities, it's like 95% of it is just like insufferable. Like Rick and Morty is like a prime example of that. But it's just like, why don't we just like... Why did I pick that up? That's completely useless. Well, whatever. I guess we could fight these guys. I guess what I'm trying to say is you can enjoy something without being part of the community that makes it harder to enjoy. If that makes sense? I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. But you know, stuff like that. Stuff like min-maxers in Isaac that need like... Or like backseaters in Isaac that try to tell you how to play a video game that you purchased with your own money in single player. Other things like that. What's another good example? I mean, I guess, like, theoretically, like League of Legends. Like, telling you how to play the game. I don't know. Play it how you want, man. You're the one playing the game. I don't care how you play League of Legends. It's not my problem. What are you? I don't mind that for the chest, maybe. But yeah, that was my whole... It's essentially like just a tangent about how, like... I think most communities have like a section of them where it's just people who are just annoying, and you know, just like ignore them or like don't listen to them. Especially now with the release of co-op or like Repentance Plus as a whole, I've been seeing a lot of like new players playing The Binding of Isaac. I think because it adds a lot more accessibility being able to play co-op because you can play with your friends. I will take Guppy's Eye. I really like that item. It adds a lot more accessibility to people who maybe didn't want to play the game in the beginning. Because like, I do get it. Isaac has like, once you like get down to brass tacks, Isaac has like 730 items or some crazy number like that. It's a lot of things to like memorize and know how to do and know what everything does. And like, yeah, you can have EID, but EID is only going to realistically take you so far, right? So I think there's like a high barrier of entry to this game, and to like playing it at like a not acceptable, but like playing it at what's the word I'm looking for? Playing it at like a level that's, I guess, even mediocre. So I think that kind of steered quite a few people away from the game. Because, like, at the end of the day, Isaac specifically is kind of in its own niche. It is a roguelike, but it's a very complex roguelike with a lot of different items / synergies and, like, a bunch of other things, right? So I see all these new people coming into the game with the addition of co-op, and I think that that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, yeah, we're doing Mother. I forgot about that. I think it's fantastic seeing all these new people come into this game. But then I also see people, like, getting mad at newer players for, like, not playing the game correctly. And it's like, well, they're brand new to the game, man. Like be a little bit more considerate. Like allow them to learn how to play the game. I mean, when Rebirth came, if you've been playing since Rebirth, when Rebirth came out, I mean, you had no idea what you were doing. You were resetting until you got Mom's knife. Don't lie to me. You were doing that. You did that. You were resetting until you got Mom's knife. You did that. You did that. I know you did that. So just cut him some slack, man. Like, that's why I've been making all of these, like, I don't know if many of my, like, long-form content people watch my shorts, but that's why I've been making so many, like, guides on characters and stuff. They've been doing really well. But I like, it's just because, you know, there's so many new people to the game, and I've been making these guides. Oh, shoot. I've been making these guides and kind of talking about the characters as if the person who's checking them out is brand new to the game, because there's been so many new players, like, playing the game. And so this is just to say that, like, I don't know, people should just be more considerate in general. And I think if you watch my videos specifically, I think most of the people who watch my videos are, like, pretty considerate when it comes to that kind of stuff, and, like, understanding. And, like, most of my comments, like 95% of the time, are really positive and, like, encouraging. And, like, even if someone in my comment section is, like, trying to, like, backseat about, like, me playing, they're not even, like, being, like, a jerk about it. They're mostly like, oh, hey, you could have done this instead, and it, like, you probably would have gotten stronger. But, like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, in yesterday's video, or was it? No, it wasn't yesterday's video. It was 2 days ago. The item where, like, every time you kill an enemy, your tier rate increases. I skipped the cleaver item, which would have, in theory, doubled my tier rate. And someone just commented, like, oh, like, you probably should have taken the cleaver because it would have doubled all the enemies that you fought. And in retrospect, the person who commented that was totally correct. I didn't even think about that. That didn't even cross my mind, because I just see cleaver and I go, that item is not a very good item. I don't need it. I have the dice. Why not just leave it behind, right? But, like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, wow, that's actually, yeah, it's actually a really good item, and I probably should have taken it. But they didn't say it in a way that was, like, malicious or, like, attacking me as like a player of the game. You know what I mean? It was more constructive than it was insulting. And I think that comments like that are completely and totally, like, understandable and fine. I think they're good, and I think they're healthy. This is just me saying, like, I think comments like that are healthy. I just think a lot of people go about it the wrong way, and they go about it in more of, like, a negative, or not even, like, intentionally malicious, but, like, more of, like, a insulting or, like, a passive aggressive way. And I think that people would be, like, a lot more receptive if you were just, like, a little bit more conscious when you made those comments. You know what I mean? Like, you were a little bit more understanding and respectful, I guess. But like I said, I mean, most of the comments on my videos are super like that. And, like, even in my streams and stuff, I mean, granted, in my live streams, like, people make fun of me all the time, but, like, that's fine. I have 1,800 hours. I get hit by the dumbest stuff all the time. People make fun of me for it. That's fine. That's my job. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But, you know, when it comes to newer players, I think being understanding is great, because it also, like, when you make fun of, like, new people for doing something that's, like, silly or, like, doesn't realistically make sense, I think it also, like, kind of turns them off from playing the game, because they're like, oh, like, if I'm just gonna, like, make a mistake and people are gonna, like, make fun of me for it, or, like, get mad at me for it, like, what's, like, I'm not gonna share, like, what I've done. And, like, this new update is also, like, had a huge influx of like new people like sharing content, like making shorts, making videos. And I think that's super cool. But I think if we're jerks about it, like people are just gonna stop. They're gonna be like, what's the point of doing this if people are just gonna like attack me for like doing this smallest thing wrong? But yeah, I think we just need to be like a little bit more self-conscious when we, you know, discuss other people's posts and runs and all that fun stuff and mistakes and stuff like that. But this is all just for me to say, like, realistically, when it comes to our community, I think we're doing a fantastic job of that. And I think you guys are all really kind when you talk about things and when we have discussions. And I think we just need to realistically, like, keep it up. You guys are doing a great job, and you guys are all, like, super, super kind and understanding, and everybody kind of... Oh, nice. We killed Mother. You guys are all, like, really understanding and constructive with, like, your feedback with most, I'm not gonna do Hush today, with most people that post their stuff, and I think y'all are doing a really good job. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this. Get me out of there. Goodbye, Monstro 2. We are extremely strong, I will say that. I love that we got the SENTRY Gun and then immediately got Brimstone at the start of this run. I mean, granted, we still have a 10 tier rate with, Nah, I don't have any more holy cards, so I'm, scared. I'm very scared. I'm terrified. I'm gonna be very careful here. Okay, goodbye, Isaac. Okay, we're very strong, so this should be fine, but I'm terrified. Oh. Man, maybe we just do a blue baby finish today. Parasitoid is huge. I don't really care about any of this, but I'll open them, I guess. Mr. Hands. I hate these guys. They are stinky. Stinky butts. That was a lot of hands. Wowee. Okay, let's grab this. Nice. Let's continue. Now, I do have a 12 luck stat, so we should be getting, like I said, lots of chests. Larynx, I didn't really need the game kit either, so... It do not matter! Get rid of you. Maybe another chest. Fantastic. I don't want $3 bill, but I'll open it just so we don't get the spawning of that again. We gotta get up close and personal. We do have proptosis. Don't forget that. I will take both of you because you're both great. Maybe we get a Soul of Isaac at some point. That would be nice. But yeah, we do have to get very close because we do have proptosis with our brimstone. That was a conscious decision. Mostly because I love brimstone. Will this lower our tier rate like crazy? It doesn't lower our tier rate. Oh, magic much! Holy! It just locks your tier rate at 10. Okay, this is crazy. I want you to know that. Jacob Ladder, insane. Acid Baby, sure, why not? It's 2 out of 3 could join. This is... Okay, now we are officially, like, giga broken. I'm not gonna take Forget Me now. I don't want this video to be 9 years long, but that's crazy. Conjoined as well. That's even more tears. Oh my god. Is that a tractor beam? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It doesn't increase our tier rate, but I mean, I don't care. Yeah. I do not want Fire Mind. I do not have Pyromaniac. If I get Pyromaniac, 100% I'll take it. I don't have that, so I won't. I have... Yeah. Is this going to lower our tier rate? Nope. Nope. This is crazy. This is crazy. I didn't even full clear the chest. I don't even care. Yeah, let's do Delirium. What does it matter? We're so strong now. Oh my glob. Look at this, man. Who made this? Who made... Oh, hello, Delirium. He's dead. Oh my god. He's dead. Holy smokes. Well, I mean, that spells the end of this run. I really hope you guys enjoyed this new SENTRY Gun item. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. Comment down below what your favorite part was, what you want me to check out next. And as always, push that funny little subscribe button below this video because we are aiming for 100,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And we can only realistically do it with your help. However, until next time, take care and stay safe, my friends.